Hello everybody, welcome to Movie Logic. Today we'll be going over The Shining, a book based on a nightmare Stephen King had while staying at the Stanley Hotel. So while the Outlook Hotel is fictional, it's actually completely based off the Stanley Hotel, which is where, from what I read, the interior of the Outlook is the Stanley Hotel and the outerior is a cabin out in Oregon. The Stanley is still in operation till this day, even though it was built and debuted in 1909, giving it a really deep history. So without further ado, let's go and kick off this Halloween episode of Movie Logic. Here are the opening credits, and we're seeing a shot of Jack driving through the wilderness trying to get to the Outlook Hotel. And here we can see the shadow of the helicopter. A little bit later we have Danny here, who is one of our main characters. We only have really three. He's sitting eating a sandwich talking to his mom, and within a split second his sandwich goes from a little bit eaten to completely eaten in no time at all. A little bit more later in the movie, they're actually at the hotel. And Danny, and let's just call him Chef because I actually don't know his real name and I'm just too lazy to look it up, so we're gonna call him Chef. So Danny and Chef are having a conversation, and Danny has something he calls the Shine, hence the name of the movie, The Shining. Danny can sense that Chef fears room 237. Fun fact real quick, at the Stanley Hotel, the room Stephen King stayed at was, you guessed it, room 217. Anyways.
You're scared of room 237, ain't you?
No, I ain't.
He blatantly lied to Danny. You know, Danny knows because he has The Shining that there's something wrong with that room. Now, this scene of Danny just doing laps around the kitchen and stuff, it was completely pointless and really didn't need to be in the movie, but yet it is. I guess it's just to fill screen time, even though this movie's over 2 hours long. And maybe it's to build suspense. It's just, to me, it's really not needed. Now, the most confusion with this movie is the very ending, even though there's tips throughout the whole movie that tell you what's going on at the very end. And I'll try my best to explain it at the end, but I'll show you the clips I'm talking about that explain the ending. So here's one right here.
When I came up here for my interview, it was as though I'd been here before.
Alright, so what he says here is actually extremely overlooked because it's so early in the movie, but what he says here is really important. He says he's almost like he's been here before. So this maze scene, they made so intense for no reason, and then when it pops up, I think it says Tuesday. So when the next day pops up, it's so intense for no reason. It didn't need to be that intense. And then the next scene, they're playing outside, and this is where we kind of see Jack slowly drift into madness. And also right here, I looked at this, and they're throwing snowballs, but I never saw a snowball thrown, or them getting hit with a snowball. This could just be a quality issue and I'm just not seeing it, but I didn't see any snowballs. It just looks like they're just throwing their hands around. A little bit later we come to our most famous scene of the movie. I figured you can't talk about The Shining without at least showing the scene. There's nothing wrong here. I just wanted to show you the scene.
Come and play with us. Come and play with us, Daddy.
Here we are with this TV right here, and no one's gonna notice this, but I couldn't find where the TV was plugged into. I don't see a drop cord, I don't see nothing coming out the back, I don't see nothing going under the rug, I don't see nothing on top of the rug, I don't see nothing out to the sides. I don't know how this TV is playing right now. I mean, unless it's like completely stretched out to the back of the wall, but there's a window there, so I don't understand what the TV's plugged into. Like in real life, I don't understand like how that TV is on right now because I don't see nothing running the TV. Here we go where Jack goes into the bar and sees the ghost of Lloyd. Now, how did Jack know Lloyd's name? Just think about that. So there's a scene with room 237 where Danny gets strangled, and we're gonna skip all the rest of that scene because that is not safe for YouTube. Jack goes back into the ballroom. And so in this case, it just seems like he steps right back into the 1920s and everything is fine. And this doesn't seem like a scary scene, But if you think about it, he's not imagining this. This isn't his imagination you're seeing. This is real. These are actual ghosts in the ballroom. It's pretty scary when you think about it like that. That's a lot of damn ghosts. Here's where the waiter tells Jack that he has always been the caretaker. He's always been here. Just some more things, just to try to help you understand what's going on at the end of the movie. So the whole thing going on with Danny may be a case of multi-personality disorder, or maybe something even paranormal, that is another spirit in Danny, but this is something he's had since he was a little kid. I'm just not sure what's going on with Tony. So in the book, the car you see here smashed by the 18-wheeler is the actual car that is in the book. This is exactly how the car is described. People were kind of mad about it when they changed the car up, so the director decided, oh, well, you mad? Guess what? I'm going to smash through the log truck. If you actually read the page right here, you can actually see there's a ton of typos. If you don't know what my background is, it is what you're reading right now, even with the typos. So just real quick, Shawnee did all this, so give her a round of applause in the comment section or something, because she did a really good job. Like, look at this. That is some dedication. And also imagine the guy in real life that had to type all this. Like, every one of those pages are different. So someone had to sit down and type every one of these, just how that is. That's a lot of damn typing.
How do you like it?
I just want to know what the actual fuck the score is right here. And for those of you who don't know what score is music added to something. So it'd be the original music for a movie, for a game, for anything. So score is original music. So when I say what the hell is the score here, what the fuck is the score here? Just listen to it. Like, it's just like all scribbly shit. It's like someone's scraping something. It's really weird. Now she's running with a knife with the blade outwards. So I don't have a knife on me right now, but if you had the blade outwards and you're running, just think about where your hands are going. So now it's time for stabbing time and axe time and killing people time, and Wendy is trying to get Danny out the window, but do you really expect me to believe that Danny's gonna fit through this little slit in the window? Obviously in the next scene you can see it's much wider, but do you really expect me to believe he's fitting through this slit right here? So I don't ever remember that door panel get knocked out, but the door panel is knocked out. But he didn't hit that door panel at all. None whatsoever. Never hit the door panel, yet it's knocked out. So explain, riddle me this. How did that happen? How did that happen? This is the point where I'm like, why the hell did Danny run back inside of the house where his dad is trying to kill him? And then I realized, oh wait, it's fucking cold outside. Here we see Wendy attempting to break out of the room by hitting the door handle with a knife. So now you expect me to believe that Danny blew through these two doors and made them open like this. After two grown adults struggled opening the door, including the chef, you expect me to believe little old Danny just blows through these doors. Jack and Danny are running through the maze outside. This was probably the smartest decision I've ever seen in a horror movie, because he actually walks backwards through his footprints, cuts the corner, and then covers up his footprints. That was actually pretty damn smart. This is the part where Jack starts to freeze to death. As you can see, he really is starting to get cold and crazier by the minute. He's slowly dying right now. And just in case you were wondering why Danny got out so fast, is because, like I said before, he knew the trail, he's been there, he knows the maze, and also he probably followed Jack's and his footprints straight out the front. So now that Wendy and Danny have got the hell up out of there and over the hill and far away they go, Jack freezes to death, and then we get the most confusing part of the movie. I'm going to try to explain this the best way I can. So if you go back and watch the movie, there are some key points which I highlighted for you already, so you don't have to do that, that explain what's going on. Through the whole movie, it's suggested that Jack has been there before, and he's having sort of a deja vu, and he kind of knows the building, and he kind of knew what was where, and he's never been there before. Kind of hinting at what has been confirmed by the director, that Jack is a reincarnation of a former employee and or guest. I hope I explained that, the ending, well to you. I hope you understand the ending now if you didn't before. But anyway, so next week we're doing 1408, which is another Stephen King movie. Not necessarily a movie, but so we're gonna keep our hotel hauntings kind of in line, and then we're switching it up completely. So let's go ahead and look at our new subscribers. No, maybe I'm just having a hard time here, but let me look again. Well, shit, we don't have any new subscribers. All the new subscribers that I can see get put on the board when I get them, but I didn't have any. I haven't had any in 2 weeks, so I had nothing to put on the board. So sorry, guys. If you did subscribe in the past couple weeks and you didn't see your name on the board, I didn't see you, and I apologize for it. If I missed you, put your name in the comments and I'll get you in the next video. Probably the 1408 one. So if you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe because we're doing this all Halloween. You know what I mean? All October. So all through October, we're doing horror movies. We're doing this kind of theme like we got going on right now, and then that's going to change in November, and then Christmas time comes, we got Christmas movies we're going to be sitting on. So if you like this kind of content, go and subscribe because you don't want to miss, because I upload every week. So before we walk into room 1408 together, I hope you have a terrific day, a terrific week, and I'll see you in the next one.